that's when my daughter was born. So yeah, I know this video was so long, guys, but this is what y'all wanted. Y'all wanted to hear my labor and delivery story, and so y'all got it. It's a crazy experience. Hey guys, so from the title of this video, you already know what the fuck we're going to talk about today. So today is gonna be my labor and delivery video. I already did the how I found out I was pregnant and how I told my parents video. If you want to check it out, it'll be in the description box, or you could just go watch my videos and you'll find it. Okay, so let's get started. So where do I start? I don't even know where to start because it's so let's backtrack all this, okay? I need to know everything because some of y'all won't get what I'm telling y'all, or like how it all went down, because like, you know, you won't know the backstory. So I was about 38 weeks, right? And my baby was already weighing about almost 8 pounds, and at that point I was already like 160 pounds, I believe, and I just couldn't hold my weight anymore. Like, I just couldn't. Like, my back was hurting, like everything was just hurting. From being 105 to 160, it's a lot. It's way too much. And then carrying an 8-pound baby, oh my goodness, like I don't know how I did all that. I swear I don't know how I did it. I feel like it was just all a blur when I was pregnant. But like I'm saying, yeah, I was 160 and I wasn't feeling like no contractions. I wasn't feeling nothing at all, and I thought she was gonna come early because I thought, like, me being so tiny, I won't be able to hold a baby for so long, right? Wrong. So I was doing anything and everything to already pop, and I would go walking, I would do squats, I have even drank castor oil like 3 times. And I know people, like, some people think it's bad, some people think it's okay, like, to do it or whatever, like just dilute it with orange juice or something. But I did it, and it didn't, like, it caused my contractions, like for me to have contractions, and I did end up going to the hospital like a couple times, but it wasn't all because of the castor oil. When I took the castor oil, I started feeling contractions, but either way, I'm rambling. Nothing happened. I was just 1 centimeter or whatever. So I was just like, you know what, whatever. So I was researching everything I could do to have my baby already. I just couldn't, like, I wanted to pop already. So then I was reading that you could get induced by 39 weeks because your baby's already like full term or whatever. So then I was thinking, okay, so let me just ask my doctor the next time I have my appointment to see if I could get induced. So by 38 weeks, I had my appointment, and I had went in, whatever, you know, they checked me, check how big my baby was, and she was ginormous. And they were like, whoa, like, you're eating way too much. And I was like, I ain't eating no more. Like, she's just growing. She's just a big baby. And so I had asked him, can I get induced? And like, I thought like they were gonna get mad or something, you know, because like when you get induced, like, it has its pros and cons. Like, things could go wrong and then things could go just fine, you know. So then they were like, yeah, sure, you know, like, when? 39 weeks? I was like, yes, 39 weeks. Like, I want to get induced already. Like, I'd rather just get induced because I just can't anymore. And my doctors and my OBGYN, they were all really supportive. So they were all like, this is what you want to do, like, you want to get induced. And I was like, yes, I want to get induced. Like, I think it's just way better. I can't do this anymore. Like, I don't know if I could go even longer, because some girls go up to even 42 weeks being pregnant. And I ain't gonna do that shit. I ain't gonna do that shit. My baby would have been a 10-pound fucking baby if I would have done that shit. So then I was just like, I can't go naturally. Like, I just can't. Like, I just rather get induced. So they were like, okay, we're gonna schedule you for January 7th, which I marked on January 7th, I marked 39 weeks. So on my 39th week, I was getting induced, right? So it's about a week before I'm getting induced, right? And I'm like, oh shit. Like, after they tell me like what time and what day I'm already set for to have my baby, shit just hit me. I was just like, fuck. Like, I wasn't nervous at all, like, to give birth or anything. Like, I wasn't really thinking about it until they already had set my days and, you know, what time and everything. So I was like, oh shit, shit's about to get fucking real. And So I tell everybody, I tell my parents, and I'm like, okay, this day I'm having the baby, and everybody's so excited, you know, because I've been pregnant for so long, and everybody wants to meet my little baby. The day that I'm about to get induced, right? Because at 8 p.m. they wanted me to go in, so you know, so we could start everything at 8 o'clock at night on January 7th. So, you know, I'm packing everything. I'm getting her car seat ready. I'm getting our bags ready. You know, I'm just getting everything ready so we could go to the hospital later on that night. And so I text my baby daddy, and you know, I'm like, okay, you know, we're set for today, like, are you ready and everything. And at that time, we weren't together. We broke up when I was like around 7 months or so. So you know, I didn't really talk to him at all. I just talked to him whenever, like, you know, my appointments, and then the day I was having the baby. And since I was getting induced, my mom asked me if I wanted her or him to take me. And I don't know, like, my mom just had a baby. If I don't know, my little brother is a month and a half older than my sister. My sister. Yeah, my freaking sister lives with me 24/7, and I pushed her out of my vagina, right? No, my daughter, yeah. So he's a month older than my daughter. So I was like, you know what? I don't want to put pressure on her, you know, like, because she has also my little twin brothers that are a year and a half old. So I was like, you know what? No, I'm gonna just like let him take me or whatever. And so yeah. So the whole time, the whole day, guys, I'm just feeling so nervous. I don't want to panic, because you know you're not supposed to stress the baby out or yourself, because it's bad. I'm like getting nervous, and I'm telling my mom, like, oh my god, I'm nervous. Like, what if my biggest fear was having a C-section. Like, that was my biggest fear. I don't know why. Like, it was just like, oh my god. Like, shout out to you moms that had a C-section, and you know, you got up quick and you started doing what you gotta do for your kid. As always, she wants to be the attention, right, mamas? Right, mamas? She's still sick. Mira, mira, di hola. Mira, di hola ya. Mira, mira. Abby. Mira, mira. Gordis. Alright. No. I have all my makeup like laid out right here, and she wants to grab it. I was starting getting nervous, and I was just like, fuck, like, what if I can't do this? Like, what if I can't push her out? Like, I was just thinking the worst things in my head, and that's not what you're supposed to do. Like, I know it's like so hard not to think about things that could go wrong. Like, just think about the good things that are gonna happen, right? So 8 o'clock comes around, and I'm like, fuck, okay, like, it's time, we need to go to the hospital. Or it was like around 7:30, and my hospital was like a couple, like 30 minutes away from me, so I had to leave already. So yeah, my baby daddy comes and picks me up or whatever. We go, and I'm waiting to get in a room, you know, because like there's other girls giving birth, so I'm not the only one. And so I'm just sitting in the lobby or whatever, and I'm just waiting to, you know, have my own room. So I don't get my room till like 9:30, and we got there like at 8:30. So it was just like, okay, what the fuck, like, you wanted me to come in at a certain time, and like you don't even have my room ready. But I was like, whatever, I wasn't tripping. Like, I was just thinking that I was already gonna have my baby, like, oh my god. And I get my room, and you know, I change into my gown, and you know, I'm gonna just post some pictures here and there in the video to see like what I was wearing and like everything. And so I put on my gown, and you know, I go lay down in the bed. And when you get induced, they basically like start your contractions. Like, they basically make you go into labor. So it was like 10, and you know, they were asking me all these questions. You know, my mom comes, his mom comes, his sister, everybody just comes, and we're in the room, whatever, and they're just asking me all these questions. And then they're like, well, we can't give you like we can't start the inducement until like 12, because like I guess the stuff that they used to induce like wasn't ready or whatever. So I was just like, it's fine, whatever, I'm not tripping. And so 12 comes around. Okay, 12 comes around, and they're like, okay, it's time, like, we're gonna, you know, like, start the inducement. So I was like, okay, whatever. Like, I didn't know how everything went, right? So they basically insert, like they open me up, whatever, and they're checking how many centimeters I am. And I'm not even, I'm barely on a 1 centimeter. And I remember on my last checkup when I went to my OBGYN, they were like, you're about 2 centimeters. And when I went, they were like, you're barely dilating, or you're a couple like centimeter, like, you know, you're just 1. So everybody's just looking at me like, what the fuck, you know, like, no, she's not. Like, they checked her, but they basically like put their, like, they try to put their whole fist in, and that's how they see how many centimeters you're open. I know it's disgusting, but it's labor, girl. What you expect? You're popping a big ass baby like this out your vagina. So my mama's, yeah. And so they're checking me, and you're like, oh, you're only a centimeter. So they basically insert this little pill, like a tiny little pill, like it's so little, and they insert it in you, and that's basically what starts to open your cervix up, and, you know, so you can start dilating more. And they do that like every 2 hours, I think. So it was around 12 when they put that in me, right? So they come check me in about an hour or so after that, and I'm not feeling no pain at all at that point. Like, it's already like 1 o'clock, or like it's already 2 o'clock, so it was time for my other one. So I wasn't feeling no pain, no nothing. And they come in, you know, they check again, you know, put their fist in, and I'm at that point, I am 2 centimeters or so. And so they're like, okay, you're dilating really slow, like, so we're just gonna start and put the other one in. And so we're like, okay. So I'm like, okay, whatever. And they put the second one in, and after the second one, I feel like that's when it started kicking in, and I started like feeling kind of contraction, but not really, like it was just an uncomfortable pain. And so they come back in. That's at 2. They come back in, and they check me, you know, they just come and check me, and I'm already like a 3 centimeter. So at that point, they could like pop my water or whatever, you know, like my bag. So they come in, they check me, and they're like, okay, you're at 3 centimeters, we could start, like, you know, popping your bag. So it's basically like all my contractions are really gonna start coming in, you know, because after your water breaks, you know, that's when you go into the hospital and you're having your baby. But since I'm getting induced, they're doing it for me. And so I'm already 3 centimeters, and they come in, they pop my bag, and like I can't even feel nothing. Like, I didn't feel nothing. So they asked me if I want to have, if I'm gonna have an epidural, and I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna have an epidural. Like, there's no way I was gonna fucking push that baby naturally. Like shout out to your moms that do it naturally. Don't come for me because I didn't have my baby naturally. Don't come for me, because it was still a lot of pain. Like, having a baby is pain. After my water breaks, oh my god.
Water breaks, oh my god.
Like, at that point, like, it didn't even take like 30 minutes. My contractions start coming in, like, coming in so freaking fast. And at this point, I just have my mom and my baby daddy, because it was already like 3-4 in the morning, and, you know, I was still not dilating a lot. So I just told everybody to go home, you know, if anything I'll just call them. And my hospital from my baby daddy's family was an hour away, so they didn't want to leave, you know, because just in case if they left and they just got home, like, they were gonna have to come back if I was already gonna go into labor. So I was like, no, like, I don't think I'll go into labor. So they go home. It's already like 4 in the morning, and my contractions start coming in like crazy. So they come and check me, and, you know, like random checkups or whatever, and I'm already at a 5 centimeter. So right here, I'm like, okay, like I start having pain, guys. Like, I started having pains right when I hit 5 centimeters, and I just couldn't help it no more. I started getting pains like back to back. Like, it was probably like every 2 minutes I was having a contraction, every 2 to 3 minutes apart. So I'm just there, my mom's with me, and I'm just holding on to the bed, like, oh fuck, I don't know why I get emotional. It's just like crazy to think about it, because I was basically doing it on my own. Like, I didn't really have my baby daddy by my side. Like, he was just basically sleeping on the couch waiting for me to go into labor. Like, he wasn't there with me. Like, you know, I appreciate for everything he has done, like, for the baby and shit, but I was doing it alone. The only one I had like was basically my mom and his mom. You know, cause they're the ones that know how it feels to have a baby and, you know, to be alone or whatever. So I just had my mom, and then like I would look over and like this freaking like this boy was just like sleeping so peacefully while I was having contractions back to fucking back. Like they were just boom, like boom, hitting me like so bad. And like I just couldn't help it. Like I was like shaking the bed. I was like, oh my god, like I can't. Like, and so they come in and they're like, okay, you're already 6 centimeters. Like, alright, do you want to get the epidural or not? Cause like if you go too long and you know like there's a point where you can't get your epidural no more. I think it's like when you're like 8 centimeters or so, or 7. I was already 6, so I was like, you know what? I can't deal with this pain. Like, just give it to me. Just give it to me. So I'm 6 centimeters and I'm just in pain. Like I can't even like breathe in and out no more. Like, oh my god, it's horrible. Like I'm just like holding my breath, and my mom was like screaming at me in one ear, and she's like, no, like if you stop breathing, the baby stops breathing. Like, don't do that. And I'm just like, no, like I can't breathe in and out. Like it's hard. And she's like, yes you can, Mika, yes you can, whatever. And it pisses me off because the whole time this boy was just fucking asleep the whole time. And like, oh my god, like, you know, like I didn't expect him to be there for me, you know, because we weren't together. But damn, like if you see your baby mama in so much pain, like she's about to pop your baby, like help her out, okay? Don't be that boy. Not even talk about it because I get mad again. Who's that? Okay, so yeah, the whole time I was just like, mom, like just tell him to get out. Like if he's not gonna help me, or like if he's not gonna be there for me, like just tell him to get out and like go wait in the freaking lobby. And this whole time he was just asleep, like dead asleep, and like he wasn't hearing anything I was saying. So you know, I grabbed a piece of, like, you know, they give you those crushed ice or whatever, so good. And I was grabbing it in my mouth, I was throwing it at him, and he still wouldn't wake up. So I was just like, you know, I was screaming. So at this point I'm like, go wake him up. So I wake him up and I'm like, dude, what the fuck? Like, I'm in fucking pain, and seeing you asleep is making me fucking mad. Oh shit, I just spit. Sorry. It's making me fucking mad because you're not helping me out. You're not like, you know, you're not being there for me. You're not making me feel comfortable. You're not helping me like not feel this pain. Like I'm about to have your baby. Like be there for me, for at least, you know, pushing your daughter out. Like be there for me. So I was just like I was regretting I was just regretting a lot of shit. And so my mom was just there like, Mika, it's okay, like don't stress yourself out, like the epidural people are gonna come. So, you know, the doctors, I'm like telling my mom like, where is the fucking doctor? Like where's the doctor? Like I'm in freaking pain. Like I'm like crying. I'm like, I can't do this no more. Like I'm in pain. Like where are they at? And they keep saying like, oh, he's about to come in or whatever. And I'm like, no, like I can't do this anymore. I can't do this no more. And so it passes like 30 minutes or so, and I'm in freaking pain. Like I'm in excruciating pain. Like this is some different kind of pain, right? And my back is hurting. Everything's just hurting. So I'm bawling my eyes out, and then finally the anesthesia, whatever the fuck they're called, he comes in, right? And they're like, okay, they're setting or whatever, and they're asking me, you know, like, y'all need to, like, my baby daddy and my mom, like, are you gonna stay in or now? And you know, my butt crack and everything was gonna be showing. So I was just like, no, like, y'all need to sit you down in the bed or whatever. And they're like, okay, like, you can't move your back, you can't move at all, because, you know, like, you could get paralyzed, okay? So I'm just there like, paralyzed? That means I can't move? Oh, hell no. But I was in so much pain that I didn't give a shit. Like, I was like, alright, fuck it, I stay paralyzed. Like, fuck. Okay, like, fuck it, like, I just want this baby out of here. And so, you know, they're sitting me down, and, you know, like, I'm breathing in and out, because when I'm sitting down, I'm having my contractions at the same time. So I'm just, you know, just like trying to breathe in and out, you know, trying to. So, you know, they inject the epidural or whatever, and guys, I can still feel my epidural. Like sometimes, like I can't move in a certain way, or like I can't like lay down in my back in a certain way, because I can still feel my epidural. Like it feels like it's like, how do you call it? Like if it's Like if it's a bruise on my back and I like whenever you massage it, like you can't get it out. And my mom is a masseuse, so whenever she massages my back and like she presses on where it hurts, like I could, like right now it's hurting. It hurts where like whenever she like massages it at, it's my epidural. So it still hurts. It's uncomfortable, but I mean it's never gonna go away. It's always gonna be like that. So that's the only bad side effect that you get after you have your epidural. Okay, so after they put the epidural, guys, I was feeling like a new bitch. Like I'm popping this baby out right now. Like that's how I was feeling. I was feeling like that, mama. And so everybody comes back in and they're checking me. You know, I'm already 6 centimeters. So what is the thing? Whatever. So it's about 5 in the morning at this point. 5 in the morning. And you know, I have this little button I could be pushing. If I get my contractions, like I just pushed it. And guys, the whole time I was just pushing that button so much. Like it's crazy. Like the epidural helped me out so much. Like I didn't literally feel my baby coming out. I didn't feel nothing. Like I didn't feel my contractions after that. I didn't feel no pain at all. Like I was feeling good. Like oh. So then every time a contraction came, I just pressed the button. After your epidural, they come in back and check. But they have this little monitor because, you know, they put like these things around your belly, which I'm going to put a picture here if you don't know what I'm talking about. And that basically, like, you could see like your contractions and then your baby's heartbeat or whatever. And they were checking in the monitor. They kept coming in and out because like my baby's heartbeat was going up and down, up and down, up and down. And that's kind of bad. So I started like panicking because I wasn't even like at like 10 centimeters for my baby to be, you know, like her heartbeat going down. So I was about, they come in, they check me, and I'm already about 8 centimeters. So, no. I was still at 7 centimeters, so they're like, okay, it's okay, whatever. And so at this point, your daddy's family, like his mom, his sisters, and everything, they start coming back in, you know, they come back because, you know, I'm already 7 centimeters, and I could pop this baby out whenever. So they finally get there, right? And so we're just, you know, like they're just talking or whatever, and I'm just like in my phone, you know, like I can't feel nothing. Like I don't know, like some girls experience different on an epidural. Yeah, that shit worked. Like I wasn't feeling nothing. Like I didn't feel nothing. So everybody's there, whatever, and it's about, I want to say 8 in the morning already. And at this point, I haven't slept at all. Like I couldn't sleep at all. So I haven't slept. I didn't get energy to be pushing. And guys, it didn't even take them like literally like they had barely came and checked me, and I was 7 centimeters. I was barely 7 centimeters. So I was like, okay, like this is gonna take a long time. Like this baby's not gonna come till like in the afternoon, right? Like it didn't even take them like 5 minutes. Like they come rushing back in, and one of the nurses is like, I need to check you because your baby's heartbeat is like, you know, going down like way too much, and like she's basically like her, you know, she's not breathing anymore. So I was just like, oh fuck, like I started getting panicky, right? And my mom was like, she had left and to like go home because, you know, we all thought that she was like, my baby was gonna come like in the afternoon since I wasn't dilating fast. And I called her right away. And I'm like, Mom, like something's wrong with the baby. Like you need to come back. Like I was so scared, like my mom not being there. Like that's really the only person I wanted to be there with me through it all. So I'm like, Mom, you need to come back. Like, oh my God, like what if I already have her, like, and you're not here? And she's like, it's okay, I'll be right there, whatever. The whole time she was just in the lobby eating some food. She fucking freaked me out thinking she was gonna leave, but she didn't leave me. My rider. And they check me and they're like, oh my God, it's time. You know, they open my cervix and then, you know, they put the whole fist in there and the whole fist then goes in there. So that means it's time. I'm already 10 centimeters. Guys, from being 7 to 10 in 5 minutes, like, or less, it's like crazy. Like, that had barely got the epidural like around 5. And then, like, I barely started, like I was at a 6. And then I went to a 7, like, around 8 o'clock, 7 o'clock. And then boom, like, right when I hit 7, that shit went by like this. Like it was 8 o'clock and I was still at 7, and then 5 minutes later I'm at a 10 and it's time. So the epidural made my labor go by so fast. Like literally it went by so fast. Like it helped my like contractions coming in and out, you know, fast. So, you know, they are rushing in. They're getting everybody out the room, you know, because the only persons I wanted in there was like my baby daddy, my mom, and his mom. So everybody's getting out. Everybody's rushing out. My mom's still not there. I'm basically just with my baby daddy and his mom. And I'm getting nervous. Like, I'm getting nervous because I don't have my mom with me. And so I'm like panicking. I'm like, I like start crying. I'm like, no, I can't do this. I can't do this. Like, I start crying. I start bawling my eyes out. And I'm getting nervous because, like, I mean, like, it finally hits you that I'm about to have this baby. Like, this baby is about to come out my vagina. Like, it's crazy. So, yeah. And then I finally see my mom walking in. And I'm like, oh, like, I finally get a relief off my shoulder, you know. So she's coming in. She's like, okay, mija, like, it's okay. Like, just breathe. You know, I got this with you, whatever. And so we're just waiting on my doctor. Like, the nurses, have everything ready. My legs are wide open and shit. And we're just waiting for my freaking doctor. And they're like, okay, well, he's barely coming or whatever. And I'm like, barely coming? Like, this baby's about to come out. Like, what are you talking about? And so I'm there like this, right? I'm like this, and I'm like, where's the doctor? Like, where's the doctor? Like, I feel like she's coming. And I'm just there chilling, right? And when you're about to give birth, like, if you're a mom and you know you already gave birth and you know how this feels, like, you know how it feels whenever, like, you have this pressure on your butt and your back, and, like, you just know your baby's about to come. Like, you just know it. And all of a sudden, like, I'm just like this, and I'm like, oh shit, like, I think, like, since I had the epidural, like, I couldn't feel nothing, but I felt that. Like, I felt that. So I already knew it was time. So I felt like she was pushing down. Like, I felt like she was just pushing herself down. So I was just like, I was looking at my belly, and I was feeling in my back and my butt like some shit was going on. They're like, oh my gosh, she's about to come out. Like, I can feel her. And they, like, the nurses start looking, and they're like, oh my god, like, her head is right there. So I start panicking more because my doctor ain't even there. Tell me why this man, like, I know they're experienced. I know, like, they already gave so many births, like, whatever, and, you know, it's like their daily routine. But this man came coming in like nothing was going on. He walks in like this, okay? So, I don't know if you can see me. Okay, whatever. So, he walks in, whatever, and he has this coat on, right? And he's just walking in like this, whatever. Hi, everybody, how you doing? With his little coffee and shit. And I'm just there looking at him like, is you serious? Is you serious right now? Like, he's not even rushing. Like, slowly takes off his coat and puts it on thing. And he comes with me, right? He comes towards me or whatever. And he's like, I'm with my legs like this still. And he's like, oh, it's time, right? And I'm just like, no, shit. And he's like, okay. So then he's like, okay. And I count to 3, start pushing. So, he's like, 1, 2, 3. And I'm just like, trying my hardest, like, to push her out. And they keep getting mad at me because I wasn't pushing her out right. But keep in mind, I didn't feel nothing. Like, I couldn't feel nothing because of the epidural. So they're just getting mad at me. And so I'm just pushing, trying to push or whatever. And tell me why, in the midway of my baby coming out, my baby daddy is like where you can see like my and everything. So he's just holding me by my legs. I have my mom and my baby daddy's mom on this side. So I have her both on my hands, and they're just helping me. And so he's like on my leg or whatever. And he looks down. And when he looks down, he like starts laughing, like giggling. And I look at him, and so I stop pushing because, like, you know, I got nervous. Like, what the fuck is funny? Like, I'm in fucking pain. Like, I'm over here pushing your daughter out, and you think it's funny. I think it was just because he was nervous or whatever. So I laugh when I'm nervous too. So I'm like, okay, like, whatever. So he's just laughing, and then the doctor's like, if you're gonna laugh, like, you need to get out of here or whatever. Cause, you know, I stopped pushing every time I would look at him because it's like nerve-wracking, you know, like, it's just like, oh my god. So yeah, so they're like, okay, one more push, and I like finally, guys, like, she finally comes out, and they're like, okay, you wanna, like, you know like, get her out. And I'm just like, no, I don't want to get her out, just take her out already. So here it comes, 9:54 a.m. they get my baby out. My baby's out at why I keep saying 40? At 9:54 a.m. January 8th, she comes out, okay? And they lay her on my chest, and it's just a beautiful feeling. Like, it was just a moment of me and her, and like nobody else. Like, everything was just white, and it was just me and her. And so I look at her, and I'm like, oh my god, like, I finally have you with me. Like, oh my god, it's so crazy. Guys, whenever your baby's coming out, like, it's so weird. Like, I don't know if anybody else experiences this, and I'm pretty sure, but like, right when she came out, guys, everything went white. Like, I felt like I was in heaven or something. Like, everything went white. Like, everything, I could just hear everybody talking, but I couldn't see nothing. Like, it was just like, everything just went white. Like, it was like in those movies, like, you know, everything goes white. It was literally like that, guys. I ain't joking. It was like that. Like, everything just went pitch white, and then boom, like, they just lay her in my chest, and it's like, oh shit, like, she's finally out. So yeah, January 8th, 9:54 a.m. she came out, and that's when my daughter was born. So yeah, I know this video was so long, guys, but this is what y'all wanted. Y'all wanted to hear my labor and delivery story, and so y'all got it. It's a crazy experience.
You don't even like that, do you? Alright, I don't blame you. It was cold, wasn't it?
Story when you were born, mamas. Yeah, it's on your birthday. Yeah, my baby. Tell them bye-bye. Thank you for watching. Tell them bye-bye. Yes, mama, that's when Abigail Nicole Bias was born. I love you. Okay, guys, so don't forget to like and subscribe. Hold on, mamas. Hold on. So remember, like and subscribe. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed, and if you have any more requests for more videos, just leave them down below, and I'll be sure to do a video on whatever you recommend. So bye, guys. Bye. 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 So I'm gonna insert a little video after this. Whenever I was in the recovery room, and when the baby was already born and everything. Please don't make fun of me, because I was really swollen. All the medications just got me extra swollen. I was holding a lot of water weight whenever I was pregnant, so I look really swollen from my face. Like, everything's just huge. I look big, but that's just how I was when I was pregnant. And yeah, I mean, it's pregnancy, like, you can't help it. But yeah, thank you for watching. This is Abigail. A good little baby. Oops. My room is kind of dirty right now because I had visitors earlier. But she gets super red, and I don't know why. It's a mommy's girl. Look at her face.